Brad Treliving might have sneakily won this offseason by creating what I think is the new best line in hockey. Welcome, for the first time ever, to Third Man In, right here on YouTube. I am Zack Phillips. You've probably seen me before on Hammer HQ, as well as Edgework, and formerly of Leafs Digest. This is the new home for the best news and updates and reactions to Toronto Maple Leafs hockey, anything that you could be looking for when it comes to Toronto Maple Leafs. As well, outside of that, we'll branch a little bit more into general hockey stuff, general NHL breakdowns, reactions, news, all that kind of stuff. It'll be right here on this channel. So while you're here, please make sure to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so that you don't miss a single second of anything that goes down here on this channel. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll have post-game reactions, news, injury updates, all that kind of stuff. So don't miss out. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications here on the channel. But let's get into the topics for today. I just kind of wanted to cover this as I saw some stuff coming out the other day from different players on the Toronto Maple Leafs speaking out about the addition of Tyler Bertuzzi. It's become one of the more commonly talked about things amongst Leafs fans, whether it's from the media perspective, radio hosts, TV, or just the fan sitting in their living room like I was doing last night with some of my buddies talking about Tyler Bertuzzi and the impact he's going to have on this team. Now, when the Leafs went out and signed Tyler Bertuzzi this offseason, I caught a bit of flack for saying that I think that this was a massive upgrade over Michael Bunting. I remember getting comments in the YouTube section after saying, you're going to miss Bunting. This doesn't replace him. You don't know what you're missing when it comes to that. Well, I think people are just not really realizing the type of player that Tyler Bertuzzi actually is. And well, I kind of was like, I don't understand how people could possibly be missing out on this. And then it wasn't until I saw a comment from Morgan Riley that made me sit there and go, well, if other players in the league aren't even fully realizing this, then it's no surprise that other fans aren't going to have a full recognition of this. And what I'm referring to is Morgan Riley saying, Tyler Bertuzzi is way more skilled than I thought. He has more talent than I thought. He competes and he plays hard around the net. And he has that style of play that we all know him for in terms of being strong on the puck, good hands around the net, gritty. But I think he's more talented than I ever thought. Now, that is what stood out to me. Morgan Riley, a defenseman who has to go up against Tyler Bertuzzi, has had to, because he played for the Detroit Red Wings. He played for the Boston Bruins. They would have seen him a decent amount of times, kind of sat there and said, I didn't even realize that this guy was as skilled as he is. And I think that that's the one thing that's going over people's heads in this. They're kind of looking at this going, well, we had Bunting. We could have paid him $4.5 million as he moves on to Carolina and signs 3 years for $4.5 million per there. But we got Tyler Bertuzzi 1 year, $5.5 million per. Where was the upgrade here? Why did we do that? Why did we take the short-term deal and pay $1 million more? Well, here's what I'll say. Michael Bunting, before he came to Toronto, had only played in 26 NHL games. His first season here, he gets paired up with Matthews and Marner. He puts up 63 points, 23 goals, 40 assists. That's not bad for your first full season as an NHL player. I think that's actually pretty solid. Tyler Bertuzzi, his career high that he's had when he was in Detroit, 62 points, 30 goals, 32 assists. Now, you're going to sit there and say, well, Bunting had 63. Bertuzzi only had 62. What happened? What are we talking about? Well, Michael Bunting played with Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner. Tyler Bertuzzi was playing with Dylan Larkin with the Detroit Red Wings. And this isn't a shot at the Detroit Red Wings or Dylan Larkin, actually. Dylan Larkin is an incredible player. But you know what Dylan Larkin isn't? Austin Matthews or Mitch Marner. Tyler Bertuzzi is a much more skilled player than what Michael Bunting was. He's going to bring a lot more from that standpoint. He has a higher level of hockey IQ, and on top of that, he's still going to bring all the grit that Michael Bunting did. But the one thing that I think Leafs fans are going to love about this guy that probably bothered them with Michael Bunting when they continue to watch him on the ice, Tyler Bertuzzi will actually stand up for himself and other people on the ice. He's not a fighter per se. He's not a guy who's going to go out there and stir things up and intentionally, like Ryan Reeves, trying to fight. But the thing is, the main difference that I'm going to see, at least from that side of things, Tyler Bertuzzi, not afraid to actually drop the mitts. Michael Bunting, he was scared. He would not do it. Tyler Bertuzzi will. So you add in higher level of hockey IQ, you add in the higher level of skill to align with Mitch Marner, who's put up 99 points, Austin Matthews, who's capable of scoring 60 plus. I predict him to be in the ranges of 55 to 65 again this season. I think he can get right back up there and do that again. I think with Tyler Bertuzzi on this line, going to the net, having that level of skill that Michael Bunting didn't, it's going to A, elevate Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner, and B, make Tyler Bertuzzi way, way, way more productive than what we used to see on that first line over on the left wing side with Michael Bunting. I think that this is probably the biggest, most impactful signing of this offseason, not just for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but across the NHL as a whole. I don't think there was another team who made an offseason acquisition in terms of a signing like the Toronto Maple Leafs did here with Tyler Bertuzzi. I don't see an overpay. You're not locked into any crazy long-term deal here where you're going to sit there and go a couple of years from now, oh my God, I can't believe we paid this guy that much money for this much time. Bertuzzi and Bunting are both 28 years old. We're paying $1 million more for a guy with much more skill, solid upside, and a ton of grit. Winning battles, not being afraid, net front presence, solid hockey IQ, and able to get Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner the puck. I think that this is going to be the best line in the NHL. I'm predicting that this line is going to have the most success. Michael Bunting's high in Toronto was 63 points. I predict Tyler Bertuzzi could put up 75 to 85 points this season easily. I think we could be looking at a 30 to 35 goal season for Tyler Bertuzzi here. 35 to 40 assists for the guy. I think that this could be a massive, massive year for his career. I think he's going to take every opportunity that he can to solidify himself in that top line and push them over the edge. So, for me, I'm looking at that line as the new best line in the NHL. Guys, let me know in the comments below if you agree, disagree, what your thoughts are, and as well, thank you so much for following me over here to this channel. Third Man In, first ever video on this channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything as we go forward. More videos just like this one, more videos reacting to news, rumors, injuries, all that kind of stuff, as well as post-game live streams specifically for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then we'll branch out from there. But guys, thank you so much for following me over. Leave your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Is this going to be the best line in the NHL? Do you agree? Disagree? What are your predictions? Do you agree and disagree with my predictions of the points? I'm interested to hear it all and read all those comments. I look forward to it. Hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys very soon. And as always, keep believing.